Hello students, welcome back in my class. How are you all? Hope everything is okay? Fine. Linear equation in two variable, a pair of linear equations in two variable. This chapter was started in the previous classes. There we have learned how to represent a pair of linear equations algebraically and graphically. So if two equations are given to us, two linear equations, then we have to find the solution set and then plot it on the graph paper, join them, then we'll get two lines. Now these two lines are of three different type. As you know, we have done it earlier. The two lines can be intersecting lines like this, intersecting lines. Two lines can be parallel lines. Or two lines can be coincident lines. Means one line is lying on the other. Both are superimposed on each other. So this is coincident line. These two are coincident lines. Now how we are coming to know about the nature of the line? By plotting them on the graph paper and joining them. So that is geometrical method. Now there is algebraic method also to know the nature of the lines without using graph paper or plotting them on the graph paper and drawing the lines. We can use algebraic method also to find the nature of the lines. So let me show you how to do that. First of all, we have to know what is the general form of linear equations. So it is also done in the previous class. The general form of a linear equation in two variable is written as ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Here we are doing pair of linear equations in two variables. Pair of linear equations. So the general form of pair of linear equations in two variables is given as a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. Got it? Now we have to compare the given equation. If two equations are given to us and we have to determine whether they will form intersecting lines or parallel lines or coincident lines algebraically, then first of all we have to compare those two equations with the general equations and then find the value of a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2. We have to find all the values. Now we have to find the ratio of a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2 and c1 upon c2. We have to find all these three ratios. Okay, after finding this, if it is found, if a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2, if it is found that the ratio of a1 and a2 and b1 and b2 are not equal, that is a1 by a2 not equals to b1 by b2, then the lines meet at a point, that is they will form intersecting lines. They will be intersecting lines. They are intersecting lines having unique solution. Unique solution means only one solution. Unique solution. Since the intersecting lines meet at only one point, so it will have only one solution. Therefore, the first condition says that if a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2, then the lines meet at a point, that is they are intersecting lines, and will have only one solution, that is unique solution. Got it? So here we don't have to plot it on the graph paper. By this formula we can find whether the lines are intersecting or not. The second condition, if a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 but not equals to c1 by c2, means the ratio between a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2, but it is not equal with the ratio between the constants c1 by c2. So in that case the lines formed will be, then the lines are parallel having no solution. Means if a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 and not equals to c1 by c2, then the lines will never meet. Means they will be parallel to each other, and since they are parallel to each other, they are not meeting with each other at any point, so there will be no solution. Parallel lines, they will never meet, so they do not have any common point between them, therefore they do not have any solution. Understood? Okay. Now the third condition, if a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 equals to c1 by c2, means all the three ratios are equal, then the lines are coincident line. Means one line is lying on the other. Coincident lines having infinitely many solutions. It will have many solutions because both the lines are coincident lines. They are lying upon one another. They are touching each other at infinite points. So they have infinite points in common, and therefore they have infinite solutions. Understood? So here also we don't have to plot it on the graph paper. Simply by using this formula we can find whether the lines are coincident or not. Thus we have learned how to determine whether the lines will be intersecting or parallel or coincident lines algebraically. Means without using any graph, we can use the formula to find the nature of the lines. Understood? Okay. In the first two case, the first case, that is a1 by a2 not equals to b1 by b2, so it has one solution, that is unique solution. And in the third case, that is a1 by a2 equals to b1 by b2 equals to c1 by c2, so they will be coincident lines and will have infinite solutions. Since these two cases have solutions, this one is having one solution and this one is having infinite solutions, so these two cases are known as consistent cases. Means here the equations are consistent. Consistent means they have solution, well, either one solution or many solution, but they have solution. That is why the equations are known as consistent. The lines are intersecting, the lines are coincident, and the equations are consistent. Consist to consistent, that is it has solution, it consists solutions. And in the other case, that is in case of parallel line, a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 but not equals to c1 by c2. Here they will form parallel lines, so they will not meet with each other. In that case they will have no solution. Since they do not have any solution, so their equations are known as inconsistent. Hope you have understood the part. Consistent means which has solutions, inconsistent means which do not have any solution. Understood? Now let me use this formula with the help of example. Find the nature of the lines. We have to use these formulas. The first question is given from the textbook, exercise 3.2. Question number 2, Roman, let me do Roman 1. The equation is 5x minus 4y plus 8 equals to 0 and 7x plus 6y minus 9 equals to 0. 5x minus 4y plus 8 equals to 0, 7x plus 6y minus 9 equals to 0. First of all, we have to compare with the general form. So comparing with general form, we get what is a1. So this is let me write the general form here. a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. So if we compare these two, then we are getting a1 equals to 5, b1 equals to minus 4 and c1 equals to 8. Similarly, a2 equals to 7, b2 equals to 6 and c2 is equals to minus 9. Now let me find the ratio. a1 by a2 equals to how much? 5 upon 7. b1 upon b2 equals to minus 4 upon 6, that is minus 2 upon 3, and c1 upon c2 is equals to minus 8 upon 9. Now see the ratios. It is quite clear from the result that a1 by a2 and b1 by b2, they are not equal, because a1 by a2 is 5 by 7, b1 by b2 is minus 2 by 3. Therefore we can say a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2. So what kind of lines they represent? They means here the equations, the pair of equations, they represent intersecting lines. Having only one solution or unique solution, and the equations are consistent. Equations are consistent. Hope you have understood how to solve this problem. It is very simple. Equations will be given to you. Compare with the general form. Find the value of a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2. Then find their ratios a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2, and check whether they are equal or not. Means either a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 or not, equals to c1 by c2 or not. Then write your observation from the formula we have learnt. Okay. So one more question from number 3, NCERT. Question number 3, I am doing Roman 3. The equation is 3x upon 2 plus 5y upon 3 equals to 7, 9x minus 10y is equals to 14. Okay, let me find the value of, first write them in the general form, because we have to make the right hand side 0. So it is 3x upon 2 plus 5y upon 3 minus 7 equals to 0, 9x minus 10y minus 14 equals to 0. So here a1 is equals to 3 upon 2, b1 equals to 5 upon 3, c1 equals to minus 7, a2 is equals to 9, b2 equals to minus 10, and c2 equals to minus 14. So a1 by a2, 3 upon 2, 3 upon 2 by 9, that means it is 3 upon 2 into 1 by 9, so it is 1 upon 6. b1 by b2, so it is 5 upon 3 by minus 10, that is 5 upon 3 into 1 by minus 10, so that is minus 1 by 6. Now see here, a1 by a2 and b1 by b2 are not equal. One is positive and one is negative. They are not equal. So we don't have to do c1 by c2, because we know the answer. Therefore a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2. Hence the lines are intersecting and having one solution. Understood? And the equations are consistent. Hope you have got it. Okay, the last one. One more sum to wrap up today's session. I'm doing question number 4 of Roman 4 of question number 3. That is 5x minus 3y. 5x minus 3y equals to 11, and minus 10x plus 6y equals to 22. So first general form, 5x minus 3y minus 11 equals to 0, minus 10x plus 6y minus 22 equals to 0. So a1 is 5, b1 is minus 3, and c1 is minus 11, a2 equals to minus 10, b2 equals to 6, and c2 equals to minus 22. Here it is minus 22, so it will be plus 22. Now the ratio a1 by a2 equals to 5 upon minus 10, that is minus 1 upon 2. b1 by b2 equals to minus 3 upon 6, minus 3 upon 6 is minus 1 upon 2, and c1 by c2 is equals to minus 11 upon 22, that is minus 1 upon 2. Now see, all the ratios are equal. a1 by a2 is minus 1 by 2, b1 by b2 is minus 1 by 2, and c1 by c2 is also minus 1 by 2. Means all the three ratios are equal. Therefore we can say a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 equals to c1 by c2. Therefore the lines are coincident. The lines are coincident means they will meet each other at infinite points, so they will have infinite solutions and the equations are consistent. Hope you have understood. So in this way we can find the nature of the lines by using the formula. This is the way to find the nature of the lines algebraically. So we have learned both the graphical method as well as the algebraic method to find the nature of the lines. In the next class we'll learn something more about the linear equations into variables. So that's all for today. Meet in the next class. Bye. See you.